Okay, guys, in this video, I'm going to teach you literally the most practical step-by-step formula to go ahead and achieve any goal that you have. According to Brian Tracy, he has made all these books that you see here. Extremely successful multimillionaire. That's all you got to really know about him. What is a goal, right? It's going to be something that's tangible, typically, something you can hold, something you can wear, something you can experience, somewhere you can be, right? That's a goal, right? For me, let's say I want to go ahead and buy a car. We'll talk about that in a second, but how you probably feel right now, you have a lot of these goals, right? You want to be like Virgil Abloh. You want to be able to do it for your 17-year-old version, but you have no idea where you are, right? You are directionless. You don't know where to go from here. You feel like there's way too much stuff. Why isn't it working out? You feel anxious. I'm not doing enough. Stress. These things aren't working. This is how you feel right now. It's totally normal, right? You are Charlie Brown saying, my anxieties have anxieties, right? What I want to teach you to do in this video is how to get very clear on one goal, right? Get to action and detach from the outcome, which is going to get you exactly to where you want to go, right? I want you to be this guy right here, guts sitting and saying, I'm realizing I'm handling the situation better than my old self would have. Remember, where attention goes or focus goes, energy flows. Every action is a type, is every action you take, is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. These are laws of detachment. Pause the video and read these. And of course, action is more important than perfection. Let's get to it, guys. Very simple. Number one, I want to buy a BMW X3. I don't have it. I want to buy it. Number one is going to be you getting your goal and turning into a question. How can I buy a BMW X3? Very simple, right? You take the goal-oriented question and you break it down, right? How does a BMW, how much does it cost to get it, right? Because to be honest, like all you really need, I guess technically speaking, is like a license and like maybe a road to drive on. But besides that, you mostly just need the money to be able to get it. So like our goal is going to be the money, not the license. But you could technically break this down to anything, not just money. It can be a career, it can be fitness, it can be whatever you want, right? How do I go ahead and acquire XYZ that's going to get me to whatever, the means to an end? So 60K Canadian, let's go ahead and figure out how can I get 60K Canadian. Use AI. I kind of messed up and I wrote 100K, but whatever. Act as an expert planner. Give me 10 practical ways to earn 100K. ChatGPT, let's get to work. There's a billion ways, like I said, but let's focus on one of them. And I know right before I break all this stuff down, you guys are probably thinking, oh my God, another video where he's teaching me how to get to my goals, as if a million of these don't exist before. I'm going to tell you right now, this is personally what I use that has allowed me to earn $10,000 plus per month, right? Getting tied to get sales with no experience previously working construction, having a 9 to 5 career set for me, right? By being able to set goals and getting clear on what I have to do and how to get there, it's allowed me to take massive action and have massive changes in my life. And now I've got people working with me one-on-one, and I'll touch more on that later on, right? But how do we actually do this? ChatGPT is going to spit out a bunch of different ways to make a bunch of money, right? Pick one of these. We're going to focus on number one right here, high ticket closing, right? 10K a month commissions gets you to 100K. Otherwise, 6K a month or something around there is going to get you to 60K a year. So it's actually going to be less than that. Now let's go ahead and make this as specific to sales as possible. Thank you, ChatGPT. Let's cook up. There are going to be a bunch of ways to earn $600,000 in revenue. That is our real goal because most people make 10% on the revenue, which is $60,000 in commission, right? So we can get a little more specific with the goal, 600K in revenue, right? Let's turn this into 10 steps. How do I make 600K? There's going to be a bunch of stuff here that I can go through, but I'm not. I picked, because I do sales right now full time, the 3 most important ones. And you want to pick the 3 most important things you can do every single day, non-negotiable, that is going to get you to exactly where you want to go. I picked these 3: track and review every single call, join a higher commission offer, and teach what you know, right? This allows you to learn it better, right? So this is going to be skill focused, right? Right here, there's going to be opportunity focused. This is skill focused. And then the last one is master objection handling. Such an important part of sales. If you can't objection handle, you are screwed. Another close rate increase, skill rate increase. Now let's go ahead and repeat these tasks every single day, non-negotiable. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is going to be our bonus. It's going to be working on objection handling, right? You're going to study theory and you're going to do role plays focusing on your weakest objections. But this is the important part right here, what you do daily, right? 9 a.m., we're going to go ahead and find time to go ahead and do call review, right? So you're going to pay attention to highlights, things you did well, and really reinforce that into your subconscious mind so you can double down on what you naturally do well. Maybe that's telling a story. Maybe that's building rapport. Maybe that's your presentation. Maybe it's your objection handling. Who knows, right? Focus on what you did very well on those calls where you made a lot of money or you closed a lot of cash and you collect a lot of cash. Number 2, lunchtime outreach. Most people are going to be on lunch break. Even Even if you're in a different time zone, great time to outreach. Go ahead and post on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, looking for the best offer. I'll teach you guys how to do that personally if you work with me, of course. And at the end of the day, right, coaching, this is going to be something I also do at the end of the day, but really focusing on you getting better, right? So making sure that you can improve your skills and you can close more deals the following day, right? And the very last part here is going to be compounding to take place. This is the most important part, right? This is literally what's going to happen when you focus on something, right? Growth will compound. Skills will build on skills, which will build on more skills, right? And a year from now, you'll wish you started today. This is going to be it, right? You got to love the process. You got to love these steps that you take daily, right? And then consistency is going to be the intensity every single day of the week, right? It all really starts with you get clear on the goal, ask yourself what you need to achieve to get there, and then do the work every single day for a year. So we quite literally went from feeling like we have no clue what to do, right? We don't know how to get work done. We feel anxious and stressed, to then getting really clear on our goal, which was, let's say, not the Urus, but it was the X3, right? We got really clear on what we have to do, which is get 60K Canadian. We got really clear on how we want to do it. And then more specifically, we got clear on how we're going to do it within that vehicle, which was sales, right? And the three most important things we can repeat daily, which I can guarantee you, if you did all these things, you can actually make 60,000 a month. I know because I've done it. And I've done all these 3, 4 things daily for the past year, which has allowed me to make over $60,000. But yeah, look, this is going to be it pretty much for you guys. If you actually want to go ahead and like learn sales, probably the highest paid remote skill on earth, or one of the highest paid ones. It's a skill that you can apply to daily life and interaction. Honestly, you can pretty much enjoy the lifestyle of a doctor with a quarter of the hours. Not right away, though. That is a disclaimer. You got to work to that point. And then you want to build a foundation to start your own business, which is very important, but you don't know how. Um, I'm going to be working with a couple of guys one-on-one, and just I'm going to be teaching you what I've learned over the past year and a half working full-time in sales. I've done over $500,000 in cash collected, meaning I've collected $500,000 worth of dollars literally on sales calls. I've learned how to upsell, triage, do outbound calls, one call closes, objection handling, follow ups, payment plans, all that kind of jazz. This is literally a picture of me I took right before my sales day started. The yellow is a call I took right here. And then I went ahead and I had a couple more calls later on in the day. I rescheduled those. But I took 30 minutes. I made $200 sitting in a lounge in Miami waiting to go to the airport. But simply put, look, if you actually want to go ahead and like have proven systems that teach you the fundamentals that you'll follow, you want to learn how to find the best opportunities. And most importantly, like you want to get some kind of custom tailored feedback, which will just cut out a ton of trial and error. Literally just go ahead and click this link in the bio. Just apply to work with me. I'll be taking on a couple of guys for a very like tight knit group specifically for sales very soon here. You don't need $1,000,000 to start, or you don't need a lot of money. Trust me. Finances are not the important part here. The important part is your willingness to learn. I'm only taking on hustlers. I just took on a guy today. Shout out to you, Florian. Absolute G. Working with him because he is a hustler. And then if you learned anything on this video, guys, very simple. Like, subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And thank you for watching. Right, I'll be making more videos like this. And catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.